All right, guys, so today we're going to talk about bacon. Oh man, bacon. How to farm it, what it's used for. We're going to cover everything about bacon today, so let's rock and roll. Okay, so bacon is very, very important in this game. Bacon is one of the most valuable resources that you could possibly get. It's used to create the strongest trap in the entire game, the gas trap. So you end up needing a lot of it. But that's not all. Bacon is also used for crafting energy ammo. For those of you who really like the Mercury LMG or other energy-related guns, yeah, having to craft bullets for these things and eating up your bacon supply can be a huge drain on your resources. So it's very, very important to collect all the bacon that you see. So let's talk about the best way to get bacon, because there's a few different really, really effective ways. The number one way in the entire game to get bacon is the easiest of the easy. Easy is always the best, and that is expeditions. Crafting supplies large is the number one way to get access to bacon. The very best that you can do is the 685 power level crafting supplies large. Now, the best case scenario for that is to find a slot bonus with 2 legendary heroes on it. That means that that's the easiest that you can possibly complete that quest. The more slot bonuses you have, the easier it is to hit the requirement for the power level. If you don't meet the requirement for the power level, you don't get 100%, you will get less than that. You will get 90%, 80%, 70%, maybe even lower. Obviously, you want to hit the highest percentage that you can, because if you don't have 100%, there's a chance that you'll fail and get nothing. And that's always a bummer and kind of a waste of time. So do your best to balance your bacon collection with the expedition. My favorite is to go, I am max level, obviously. So I have 2 trucks, 2 expedition trucks. Now, with the expedition trucks, they can come with slot bonuses or they can come with no slot bonuses. So what I do is you have a small truck and a big truck. The small truck has 3 hero slots. The big truck has 5. So my strategy for utilizing this to the fullest is I always go for 685 crafting supplies large, always, because the higher the crafting supply, the higher the power level requirement for the crafting supplies, the higher the quality of the loot that you get. Now, this isn't really relevant for bacon, because bacon, it doesn't have a star value, but it is relevant for basically 4-star materials. If you want to get 4-star materials, you need to do the 685. So doing the higher power level missions gives you more stuff, better stuff. So if you have no slot bonuses whatsoever on the mission, then I will use the 5-slot person for that expedition. So I'll put 5 heroes in. If I have 1 or more legendary slot bonuses, then I will use the 3 hero slot. That way I can get a high chance of success on both of my things, because if you go and use your 3 slot and you don't have any slot bonuses, your percentage chance to be successful is going to be very, very low. Ideally, what you want to get is you want to get both the 3 and the 5 slot with double legendary slot bonuses and rock in with 100% chance for success. That's the ideal, but that's not the reality of what's usually available for the expedition. So if you want to get the most amount of bacon, you want to make sure that you get, as close to 100% as possible on every single one of your expeditions. And you also want to be sending expeditions out as soon as you get them back. If you get them back, you collect your bacon, you send them right out again. You want to have as little downtime as possible so that you get the maximum yield possible. So that is the number one way of collecting bacon. Get those crafting supplies large, send them out, get that bacon. Now, the number 2 way, of course, is bacon farms. Well, maybe not, of course. This may not be obvious to everybody, but bacon farms are incredibly efficient ways of getting bacon. Now, the number 1 way to find bacon farms is to go to a ghost town. Ghost towns have between 0, sometimes you get none, but realistically, you're going to usually get 1 to 3 bacon farms per ghost town map. So what you want to do is you want to run around the map as fast as you can, or build up to high ground and look down and look for bacon fields. You look for those bacon fields. The bacon fields look like corn stalks. They look like a garden with corn, and you run up and you loot them, and every single corn stalk gives you bacon. It's incredible. Now there's other ways to get bacon as well. You can also loot any toilet, whether it be a porta potty, whether it be an outhouse, whether it be a porcelain toilet in a residential building. All toilets will give you bacon. If they are lootable, they will 100% of the time give you bacon. So that's a really effective way of getting bacon as well. Another really great way of getting bacon is in suburban zones. Whenever you see a doghouse, it's a little red doghouse, you smash that doghouse, 100% of the time that dog will have bacon in that doghouse, because apparently everyone likes feeding their dogs bacon in this world. So always going to find bacon in the doghouses. So that is your number one most consistent ways, the effective ways of getting bacon. One of the other ways that you can actually get bacon is to actually get the can of meat. Can of meat are these little cans that you'll find usually around the edge of the map or in little nooks and crannies around rock outcroppings. Now you'll either find little cans, little tin cans filled with nuts and bolts, or you'll find cans of meat filled with bacon. So that's another thing to look out for. If you know where to look, they're very consistent. They show up in the same places all the time, and you can end up getting a lot of bacon from those locations as well. The other really effective ways, not 100% though, this is less effective, but it is still very good, is you go to a kitchen. You go to houses with kitchens and you loot all of the kitchen, everything. The cabinets, you loot the fridge, you loot the tables, loot everything in the kitchen. The kitchens have a high chance to drop bacon out of every lootable object in there. So that's another really good way to do it. You'll often find, bacon in dressers, in cabinets, in side tables, anywhere inside of houses. Tends to be a really high chance of dropping bacon. But again, this is less effective because it's not 100% consistent like the other methods that I told you. But these are all your different options for hunting for bacon. You're going to need a lot of them to get those gas traps cranked out, to get those energy bullets if you use them. And you're going to want to utilize all of these strategies as you're going through every single level to maximize your inventory and get a huge stockpile of bacon so that you never ever run out of the top tier tools that you need to be successful. All right, guys, thank you so much for all the support. Thank you so much for coming to the Twitch channel and helping to support us and help us be successful there. Thank you so much for being a part of the VASH Corps and having my back and helping us grow on YouTube and on all these platforms. You guys are awesome. I couldn't do this without you. Thank you so much for all the support, guys. Yeah, make sure that you like and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up, ring that bell. And yeah, thank you again, guys. Leave some comments down below and let me know what kind of videos you want me to do next. And also let me know if there's any other bacon farming tactics that I have forgotten or left out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.